And we have Terry from Houston. Go ahead, Terry.
Terry.
Hey, what's happening? How y'all doing this evening?
Good, dude.
Yeah, what's happening? I got a comment, like a question. I got a partner who got arrested for domestic violence. Somehow the little female he was with caught wind. He was dating some other female or whatever. Went down to the courthouse, like you said, filed charges on him. She said that he hit her. On the date that she did the charges, this dude was out of the state. And he had documentation saying that, hey, he was out of the state. He had a plane ticket, hotel room receipts. But he still, when he got back, they arrested him. He lost his job. He had to go through all this stuff. And then when it came out in the wash, he had to pay all this money. And when it came out in the wash, they finally said, hey, okay, yeah, we was wrong for arresting you. But they done caused this man to lose his job. And so much other stuff that they put him through. He had to pay money to go to court with all this
How much? How much did he have to pay throughout that whole process?
I think he said about a couple $100 or whatever it was said. But then he said he lost his job because of that.
Right,
he was in jail for 3 days. And with all this stuff that he had to go through, there's nothing that he can really do to recoup what he's lost. You know what I'm saying? Is there a way that people that have incidents like that can go back to the courts like this? And I was charged unjustly, and to this day they still got it on this man's record, even though when they found out everything, she lied on him and stuff like that, it's still on his record. He got a record now for that.
No, that's terrible.
Anything that a man or something like that, or a person can do to recoup their money back from this court business thing that they got going on.
Well, no. Listen, that's why we're doing the show, to let people know of the dangers that are out there, what can happen just from simple disagreements with the person you're with. But the only thing you can do is pay a lawyer to try to get you something back or try to sue somebody. But
he can get his record cleared, but he ain't gonna get no money.
Exactly. I mean, that's like, look, people.
Well, it costs money to get your record cleared.
Corey,
that's the point.
You're not getting out of spending no money.
People that have been in prison and served over 20 years can't even recoup anything from people, and when they find out that they were wrongly charged. Yeah.
You don't look at it like when you go fishing and that school of fish, run by and a couple of them take the bait and then you yank them out the water. You know what I mean? That's what you are. You're a school of fish.
You never know.
This justice system is yanking people out of the water every day to see what they can work them for.
I guess they were like, look, we got to run somehow. They were like, let's make all these twisted laws.
Biggie Smalls had that song, Somebody Got to Die. Well, they shit is somebody got to pay. Because we live on the hill lavishly, and somebody is going to pay for our lifestyle. That's basically what they're about.
Right.
The only winners are lawyers.
Oh, they'll always come
The
up.
only winners.
Well, the lawyers get the money, but trust me, the lawyers chop the money up with the judge.
With the city, yeah.
The only winners are lawyers.
Oh, they'll always come up.
The only winners.
Well, the lawyers get the money, but trust me, the lawyers chop the money up with the judge.
With the city, yeah.
The judge and the lawyer determine what happens to you. The more prestige your lawyer has, that means he's cool with a lot of judges.
And again, that comes up with money. That comes.
Well, judges were lawyers. So
Right.
there's an incestuous relationship there.
They moved up the game.
Yeah.
Well, they just get the money brought to them. The lawyers are the guys who got to go look for the money. As you said during the break, where do they hang out?
Well, they country club cats, man.
No, I'm talking about, you said the lawyers hang out where to get people? They hang out at the hospital?
They're at the hospital and at family court.
Right. Now, family court, that is the topic we need to have because it is the ultimate hustle. Your children are used as leverage against you where you have to pay money if somebody alleges something isn't going the way the law says it's supposed to go.
So I wonder what RBG 456 got to say about it.
From South Carolina, we got RGB 456. I think that's who it says. There you go.
Yo, what's going on?
You go ahead, man.
I'm a guy from South Carolina. What's going on?
Hey, what it do, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, I tell you what, the court system's messed up. You go in there and they want that pre-trial diversion. They want you to say, take that, and that means you're guilty. You're guilty. You're going to go through some classes and all this. But I tell you what, I was in South America the other day, and my homeboys over there messing up. I had me a girl. They didn't pay for their girls. And one of them got mad and had argued me out in the hallway. Next thing I know, we don't have no jobs no more. I can't even get a bus driving job no more, man. I used to work for the man. And tell you what, I'm going to have to call my homeboy old Howard there on 100 in the morning. But y'all have a good night, all right?
All right, man. No doubt, man.
Thank you.
All right, no doubt.
Oh, okay. So
I couldn't really make up.
They had prostitutes, and one of them didn't. What was it? I thought that's what I was getting.
I couldn't really make out what he was saying.
Well, I don't know exactly what he was saying, but I'll tell you this. They had a problem with a bitch. And that costs money when you have a problem with a bitch in this goddamn world.
You said that right, the world.
Every
Secret Service agent over there.
Right.
In Colombia.
Because they didn't pay. She was mad about her money. So it's gotten to the point where hookers used to be the women that you didn't have to worry about drama from. Now the hookers are fucking using the system against you.
Big
what the
time.
fuck is that?
That is messed up.
The fucking hookers. This motherfucker ain't paying us this shit till
I'm about
he
to go. Yeah. We got Gigi from Florida.
What it is, Gigi?
Hey, Corey, you talking about bitches. What about bitch-ass niggas?
I agree.
Yep.
Let me tell you about my situation. Happened about maybe almost 10 years ago. I was dating this guy. You know he was getting high, but he was getting high. Had a rental
Y'all was
car.
getting out?
No, he was getting high. I don't get high. I don't smoke. I don't do that. He was getting high. I had a rental car and left it where we was living at because I had got my car fixed. So I said, well, I'll turn the rental in later. He takes the rental and go get high. So I know that he's not on my rental agreement. So let me go and find him and get these people car. So I go to get the car. I run up on him, and so he's in the car. Now he's like 6'6", weigh about 260. I'm 5'5", weigh about 160. He's in the car, so I snatch the keys out of the car. A policeman is passing by, and he's seen all this. So I'm like, you're not supposed to be in this car. You're not on this rental agreement, and give me these people keys, for you wreck these people car. You out here getting high. So police pass by, he sees all of this, and he comes, he snatched me up, put me in handcuffs, throw me in the back of the car, and let this nigga drive off with the car, and I'm telling him this motherfucker gets high. Takes me to jail, and I got to pay money, got to pay a lawyer, and all of that to get out of jail. Then he don't even show up for court. So I got to sit there until he comes to court. I had to call out of town to get my people to come to Florida to get him, to find him, to bring him to court. And they
let me ask you a question. What did they charge you with?
Huh?
What did they charge you with?
They charged me with domestic violence, and they let him. The fucked up part about it was they let him drive off with the rental, and he wasn't even on the rental agreement. He shouldn't even been behind the wheel. They let him drive off, and I showed him the paperwork. This man ain't even on the rental agreement. Them crackers did not care. The system is straight raping us, and they don't give a fuck about us, especially if it's black. They do not care at all. It's all about that almighty dollar, and that's all they want. If you don't pay, they attack your driver's license, and they'll take your license from you, and you just constantly, in the system, messed up. They charged me with domestic violence.
What state did it happen in?
In the fucked up state of Florida.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's up. The police are the judge. And if you said to them, he's not on the rental agreement, and he get high, they didn't give a fuck about what you was talking about. They just wanted to show you. They just wanted to show you, fuck you, we feel like fucking with you. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it, even though they will let this man drive off in a car that he's not even on the rental agreement for.
They didn't want to take the time out to figure out what was really going on. We just got the initial, what we saw. We got you now. Let's go. Easy money.
That's what they
and I even asked them to tow the car. I said, tow it. I'll pay for towing charges. Tow it. They wouldn't even do that. They let him drive off in it.
Yeah. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game. They found their Vic. You was the Vic that day. You know what I mean when I say that you was the victim, and they ran with it. Nobody, and there is nothing anybody can do about this because the system has sanctioned this. So when people be like, "Oh, but this was wrong," they don't give a fuck about wrong.
That's an amazing
They
case.
are hustling. That's real.
That's a record breaker there.
Shit,
I ain't never heard them take a woman's word, a man's word.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if they arrested a woman at the scene,
Yeah.
I believe it when she says it was some white officers. They just wanted to fuck with her that day. You know what I mean?
Instead of
maybe he had just wrote some checks to a bitch for child support. And he was like, I know this bitch ain't out here acting.
Yeah, she said he was.
Did she
sitting in the
snatch some
car
keys
with
out
the
that car
key-
from that man? You know what I mean? That's you never. When the police pull up, man, you in danger.
Period.
You in danger.
That's
I don't
it.
give a fuck. Whoever you are, there is no friendly officer O'Doul. That's some bullshit.
O'Malley. We got Derek from North Carolina.
Gangbangers with badges. That's what they are.
You on there, Derek?
What it do, man?
Hey, I got a similar situation to one of your callers before. Me and my girl actually my ex-wife got in an argument that morning, and she's like, you need to get your shit, get the fuck out of my house. Next thing I know, she go to work. 2 hours later, damn sheriff's office called me, served me with damn restraining order. Let me come back to the house, get 7 days worth of clothing, and told me I can't come back to the house until I appear in court. So in the meantime, I talked her down and to not, you know, I mean, it was a bogus-ass charges anyway. I didn't need this shit on my record, fucking up my license and shit. So she gets to court and say, hey, everything's good. We don't need to uphold this restraining order. And they dropped every damn thing. But the shit
Can I tell you something?
You don't have to do shit. You don't have to make no threats or no nothing. They just kick your ass out the house with no repercussions, you know?
I just want to let you know how fortunate you are for them to let you get some clothes. Because I know motherfuckers, they don't let them motherfuckers go get their asthma medicine.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be like, die in the squad car, motherfucker. We gonna charge you they'll charge you for cleaning you out the squad car. And I'm saying that to try to let you know there's nothing you can do about what happened, but at least you got some motherfuckers that let you go get your clothes, because these scandalous motherfuckers don't let you get shit.
Yeah, that's what the cop told me. He said, hey, I don't have to let you go in and get anything, but...
He reminded you he was doing you a favor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for that's
that,
different right there. Thanks for the call. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about your I'm telling you, man, you can be. Some people need their medicine to fucking be able to live.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Them motherfuckers ain't got to let you go get your medicine.
Unbelievable.
You will be in lockup and die, and your family will probably just have to file that little bullshit ass thing where they try to sue, and they ain't gonna get shit any motherfucking way. Them cops don't give a fuck. You in danger.
Wow. We got another one. We got Joe from New York.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I want to make a statement. I'm from New York. I mean, while there is a real problem with domestic violence, it's unfortunate that it's blanketed, and no matter what happens, the courts don't really care, because if you're a man, no matter what color you are, no matter what kind of occupation, no matter what status you have, it's automatically your fault. I live in New York. I was it was my house, living with a girl. She was drinking, wanted to take my car and drive. I tried to refrain her. It got loud. It got screamed. She started screaming. The neighbor called the cop. The cops came to my house, arrested me. I now had to go down. I had to spend the night in jail. I had to get a lawyer, which was a lot of money. Then I had to get evaluated, and the evaluation costs money. And then when I get evaluated, they tell me I have to automatically go to domestic violence classes for 6 months at $50 a pop, at times 24 sessions for 6 months. So it's an expensive thing. I have no record. I have a career job, and it's always the woman that is right. And I no matter what happens, she can call the cops tomorrow. I don't even know where she is. I haven't seen her in a year. But no matter where she is, if she calls the cops right now and says I did something to her, I get arrested.
Yeah, and you know, I want to ask you a question. So now, as far as it go with company of females, what do you do?